Aloha everyone and welcome to another Tinkers Academy video. I'm your host Kay Elmer and this video is a further installment in the video series Welcome to LeelaQ, otherwise known as Leela Quantum Tech and Quantum Upgrade, video FAQ series to answer frequently asked questions in our Telegram chat groups. Today's question in this video is the frequently asked question we get on what is quantum energy. Now there's two answers to that. First of all, there's a very long answer to that, as we've been kind of plugging along for the last few years trying to help people understand what quantum energy is. So I personally have done two video series on the subject. One of the video series, all the links will be in the video description below for anyone who likes to kind of get into the detail of things. But essentially what my approach has been is to look at quantum energy initially from the classical academic concepts of quantum mechanics theory and so forth, and then try to make that leap behind this Einsteinian model of the universe and particle physics, and then trying to understand how does the Leela Quantum Tech idea or definition of quantum energy fit into that current academic model. And so I kind of I worked on a series this year. It's a three-part series called What is Quantum Energy, where I really walk through each of the various things to kind of take into account when trying to understand this idea of a non-Einsteinian quantum mechanics view of the universe. And so that's kind of what that series is. The other series I created has gone we've been doing this for 3 years in a row, and that's been sitting down with Philip von Holzendorf of Leela Quantum Tech and their chief science advisor, Ian Mitchell, and sitting down and having these open discussions about that very concept, about the idea of traditional academic quantum mechanics and how does that relate to what the definition of quantum energy is from the Leela Quantum Tech perspective. And so there's a three-part series there called The Science of Quantum Energy, where it's discussions amongst the three of us as I'm throwing out tons of ideas at them and getting them to, getting Leela Quantum Tech themselves to respond to those questions that you would normally have if you were a classist, quantum mechanics type of person. So that's one long answer. There's 6 videos in that series. They're very educational and they're very interesting, the conversations, all the data that's shared. So if that's something of interest to you, then go to the links in the video description below. Now I also want to share that if there's another longer answer as well, that if you go to the website on Leela Quantum Tech, you go to the press section, the idea that this question has been raised every single time Philip von Holzendorf has been interviewed. And so now I just want to point out that if you go into the press section, you can go onto any one of the various articles where Philip has appeared in magazines talking about quantum energy. He's been quoted in numerous articles. He's been on numerous media appearances and just all over the map. He's been doing this for 4 years now, and he explains in great detail in a lot of these interviews, magazine articles, and even his own conference presentations in which he describes, what is quantum energy and all the other related topics therefore. So if you wanted to get really into the weeds on what quantum energy is as defined by Leela Quantum Tech, then that's really a great place to start. Now, what I've done is just sort of taken the definitions now, and we put Einsteinian quantum energy mechanics, all that to the side, and we just say, look, what is this new model of quantum mechanics? What is this new concept of quantum energy, which essentially translates into life force energy? The Ayurvedics called it akasha, the ancient Polynesians called it mana, and the Asians called it chi or ki, and it's that same energy, it's that same energy, and that's the whole kind of confusion around what is quantum energy, because it has many different names, but it is not particle physics. It is not the concept of quantum as we come to understand it, for those of you who took it in school and studied it, but instead it's another entirely different view of reality that, because of the work that Leela has commissioned with numerous studies, is proven to be accurate. And when I say accurate, I mean it is real, it is scientifically backed, it exists, it does things, and it is the most remarkable discovery of our age. And for some of us, we understand that, is it really a discovery, or is it simply a rediscovery of what the ancients knew about life force, about the idea of akasha and chi? And really, it's, in my personal opinion, it is a rediscovery of what the idea behind a unifying consciousness field, and how the energy of that field is all driven by us, by our own perceptions and our own reality of how we see the world. So without further ado, I kind of, as a tinker, I kind of been tinkering around with different AI video generation tools, and I kind of put together, taking the basically the actual definition from Leela Quantum Tech. Now, this is the actual script that they, the information that they provide their customers. And I made a little video out of it to kind of just share with you their perspective on exactly what they see as quantum energy. So without further ado, here you go.
Quantum energy is essential for life. Every unit of matter contains quantum energy, and so do our cells. This means that every person has a quantum energy field and is constantly interacting with other quantum energy fields. Inside our bodies, the cells communicate via these quantum fields. Just like other bodily systems, your quantum energy field can become disrupted by many different things such as toxicity, malnourishment, and stress of any kind. In today's world, we are constantly bombarded with EMF, harmful substances, and stress. This is why we develop and test our products with the intention to help mitigate the harmful effects, activate the body's self-healing powers, and strengthen our quantum energy field. The pure quantum energy we're using is also part of every cell. It is a form of source energy. Worldwide, absolutely unique, we were able to create devices that not only create a concentrated and pure quantum energy space, but are also highly advanced in regards to quantum consciousness levels. Yes, you could even call it intelligence. There are fairly dumb quantum energy fields, weak and disturbed quantum energy fields, and then there are true quantum spaces that come with almost unimaginable intelligence and quantum consciousness levels. That is what the blocks are. The energy of these blocks invites us, as well as any living being, into our completeness, physically and energetically, and it supports us on that path. It supports and emphasizes what life and consciousness supports, and it can neutralize what's destructive and harmful for physical organisms and consciousness. There are endlessly more things it does, but that is in essence worthwhile to be understood. It can support us on an energetic and physical level, directly via the cells. On the cell level, the energy of the blocks reminds the cells that come in contact of their optimal state. That signal and the supportive energy with it invite each of these just mentioned cells to become the optimal, ideal version of itself. What happens in the micro perspective also happens in the macro perspective. Now it gets complicated because everyone is so different. It's not complicated at all actually, but to our minds it is. For some it can mean instant relief or transformation of issues, whether it be the solving of a blockage, of a traumatic experience, or whatever it may be. For others it may take some time. Again, others see some results faster and others much later. It is because we are all different, with different stories, different experiences, different belief systems, different soul plans, different traumata that may have been experienced, etc. Fundamentally, it is important to understand that everything is energy and frequency. What you see in the physical world with the physical eyes is only a way to see that part of the reality in this way.
Well, that's really it. It is really truly about the way we perceive and our consciousness drives. And because we can drive the energy and manifest reality from it out of the quantum field, then these tools that Leela Quantum sells and the Quantum Upgrade Service, this incredible energy that is being emanated from these products and these services is that actual consciousness energy. And it is really part of our real world, irregardless of what we learned that it, whether or not it exists or not. And it does. And that's the most beautiful part about it. And these tools will incredibly uplift your environment with that pure quantum energy. And when you tap your consciousness into it, magical things happen. So, but anyway, that's the answer to what is quantum energy. If you've got more questions, feel free to jump into the chat groups. All the links below in the video description. And thank you so much for your time watching this video. And vielen Dank to our German friends. I hope this was educational. If you'd like to keep on top of Leela Quantum Tech information, news, product information, we do study recaps. We, all sorts of different things Leela Quantum Tech related will be on my channel as I follow the progress of this incredible company. So anyway, thank you very much and have a great day. Aloha.